Howdy do. Hey, I've got a 6-row whale. It's a wheat ale. Let me pop the bottle and pour, and then I'll read from the bottle on their website here. See, that pours rather nice. There we go. 6-row whale is a blend of 10 different malt varieties, giving this very drinkable beer the characteristics of both a wheat and a pale ale. We coined the name to highlight the hybrid nature of this beer. Ta-da! And wide range of flavors. The pronounced cascade hop aroma balances the bready softness of the wheat and pale ale malt. No whales were harmed in the making of this small batch handcrafted ale. 5.5%, 35 IBUs. There you go. How about that? Beautiful golden. Look how that cascades. Can you see that carbonation? Just cascades in that glass. Maybe in a better choice of glass than a Pilsner, but I figured it's a light summer brew. I thought, why not a Pilsner? Boy, it's cascading beautifully in that, too. Holy cow. So let's check it out, huh? Something on my glass here. Yeah, they're right. Nice head. That's a nice head, I'll tell you that right now. Wow. Wow, look at that baby go. Holy cow. Now, maybe that's why I shouldn't have poured it in a Pilsner glass. Man, it's going to town. Yeah, you can't taste the cascades for sure. Bready malt, sure, why not? Sure, why the hell, I say. I admit my palate has a bit off. I'm not quite all there yet, palate-wise. It's been a while since I've been in the swing, trying to make some beer videos. We've had a rough, it's been a rough 3 months, and especially the last 2 weeks have been extremely brutal on us. So just trying to get back going again, and some sort of life is very difficult to carry on, to be honest, but I'm trying my best here. It's just not easy. Sometimes it's hard to find the will just to get out of bed each morning, to be honest, but, we're doing the best we can under the circumstances. It's a very interesting beer, yeah. You get a lot of weediness that you might get from a traditional wheat or a Hefeweizen, but then you've got bigger hoppiness that you'd find in a pale. It's very nice. It's very light. The color's beautiful. It's a perfect spring summer-esque beer, and a nice change of pace from drinking a wheat. Wow. A very easy drinking, yet very flavorful brew, to be honest with you. It does have a lot of flavor. I'm not going to go into geek speak with you on all the flavors, because to be honest with you, my palate isn't 100%. I'm not picking up flavors I normally would, but it is good. There is a lot going on here. Definitely bready malts, as the description said. Do we get a slight spiciness from the Cascade hop? I'm getting something there. Hold on. I almost broke into geek speak on you, but I'm not going to. No, it's just a great beer for weather like this. I don't know, it's about 70-ish out here. But yeah, it is a good spring summer ale. Gives you some flavor without being very heavy. It's overall a nice brew. From the good folks at 6-row. 6-row is another great St. Louis brewery. St. Louis, wow. is becoming a great beer mecca. It really is. I think it kind of gets overlooked by some of the darling places. California certainly has plenty. There's plenty of good breweries in the Pacific Northwest, but I think St. Louis needs to start being considered as one of those great beer places. I mean, if you're looking for a beer trip, you really need to consider St. Louis because of breweries like Six Row, Urban Chestnut, Four Hands, many others that I'm not thinking of at the moment. Excuse me. But there's a bunch of them out there. There's also great craft beer bars like Nick's Pub you've heard me talk about. They also have a Flying Saucer now. iTap. I mean, there are some great places depending on how pretentious you want to get. For me, I really liked Nick's because it had that old time dive bar atmosphere to it, but it had 65 taps. I don't like the craft beer bars that have gone all pretentious. That doesn't work for an old school guy like me, but I love a dive like Nick's that has 65 taps. They do carry some crap on tap because they got people that want that, but most of their craps, most of their taps have great craps on them. Over 30 of their taps have Missouri crafts alone. So, especially if you're out of state, I would think that'd be a place you'd want to hit because you're going to get stuff there, 30 taps wise, that you're not going to find other places. So that's another reason why Nick's is such a great place. Uh, There's some other places, smaller places, aren't necessarily craft beer bars that do carry some stuff. The Wildflower is a nice restaurant in the Central West End. They've only got about 6 on tap, I think, but they always carry some good stuff, and they usually surprise you with some things that are on tap. What I have there. A while back they had the Two Hearted. I mean, the Bell's Two Hearted. It was the first place I had the Four Hands Centennial Reprise Red. I mean, it's only got a few taps, but they do carry some good stuff. So, there's a lot of great places in St. Louis. I don't know when I'll get back there again. Um, to be honest with you, it's kind of hard to want to go back now after all we've been through. But wow. See, everyone. I start off good, and then I start getting sad. Good Lord, have mercy. That happens. This is a decent beer. Look at the color. There are certain qualities that remind you of a wheat beer. It's a tad cloudy, but not wheat beer cloudy. It certainly does have. I don't know if it's doing that because I poured it into a Pilsner glass. I probably should have poured it in a different glass. And that carbonation is taking off, man. Anyway, it freaking works. Yeah, it's a very refreshing, man, especially on a day like today. Holy crap, I'm losing my mind. Ah. All my videos are tending to. I've just started doing a couple of videos, and keep running a couple along because I don't realize that my mind gets going, and I start talking, and I don't even realize what I'm saying at certain points. I'm having a hard time keeping it together, getting it together, doing anything at this point. But hey, I'm gonna wrap this up. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. Six Row Whale. Hey, try it if you can. It is a very nice beer. It's very clever. It is crafted extremely well. So if this is the kind of beer you're in the mood for, you got to give it a shot. Hey, I'm not a beer whisperer. I got to go. Bye bye. See you. Oh no! Help! 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 Ah!